Hi, my name is Kay Petrie, and this is my yoga playground. In this class, we're going to have an amazing workout using our core center, our entire body, like we always do in yoga. But in addition to that, we're going to be using some weights today. So make sure you have a mat, a water bottle, and some light weights, anywhere from nothing, you can just do the movements if you want, or pounds up to 5 weights. If you're already a bodybuilder, then maybe you want to add some weights, but chances are if you're a bodybuilder, you're not going to be doing a yoga with weights workout. So let's start today with our small weights. We're going to start warming up our body. Let's stand with toes out, heels in, as wide as we can possibly stand so that we can sink down nice and low. Let's find our center, our breath, focusing on our breath and our alignment during this entire class, taking care to take it easy, take it slow, and really work on feeling every movement. So let's start by grabbing our weights, our small weights. I have some 3-pound ones here. And we're going to goalpost our arms, sink our bums down as far as we can. Good. Let's take an inhale. Exhale, let's lift up. We can touch the dumbbells together, exhaling down. Inhaling up. Let's do 10. So lots of shoulder work today. 4, 5, 6, 7. So when we're coming down, the elbows are in line with the shoulders. 9 and 10. Good. And anytime you're tired, don't worry about putting the weights down and then just doing the movements instead. So moving into our sun flow. Let's take the arms up overhead, palms facing together. Exhaling, let's sink down, squat. Scoop the hands out in front of us. Good, we'll touch the weights together. And on the inhale, we reverse the swan dive and we're going to come up and just tip the dumbbells over. Good. So exhaling down, inhaling up. Exhaling down, inhaling up. That's 3. Put on some good music if you want. Could be anything from some very relaxing music, or maybe for a more active practice like this, something a little bit more upbeat. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. So let's step to the front of our mats. Awesome. We'll keep the weights in our hands for now. We're going to come through a warrior series, stepping back with the left foot to begin with, coming into a warrior 1 stance. Let's check our alignment. Remember, warrior 1, we don't have to be heel to heel. We can take a wider stance if we want, sinking forward through that front knee, lunging. We're going to do some bicep curls. So let's start, elbows by our side, inhaling up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Taking our time, squeezing at the top. 8, 9, and 10. Good. We can bring the weights to the ground. We can keep holding on to them if we want or not. Let's push back, downward facing dog. Our first down dog of the day. I'll choose to let go. Let's walk the heels out. Good. Let's move through a half series forward for a plank. Exhaling crocodile. Inhaling up dog. Exhaling back to down dog. Let's take that left foot up to the sky. Step up in between our hands. Grab our weights if we have let go of them. Drop the back foot. And we're coming up for another 10 bicep curls. Warrior 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Taking care that our elbows are by our side. 6, 7, 8, 9, spreading the mat apart with our feet, and 10. Gorgeous. Another half series, pushing back, downward facing dog. Inhaling for plank. Exhaling crocodile. Inhaling up dog. Right back to down dog. Awesome. Let's hang out here for a few breaths. Let's walk those heels out. We can even drop them to one side and then drop them to the next. Taking a deep breath in through our nose and letting it go through the mouth. Good. Anytime we feel like we have too much heat in our body, we can do that. Taking the right leg up to the sky. Let's step up in between the hands. Grab our weights. Good. Drop the back foot. Let's come in back into our warrior one. This time for a tricep kickback. So let's keep the elbows tucked in and we're going to just push back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Really squeezing when we push back. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Coming down, downward facing dog. Inhaling for plank. Exhaling crocodile. Inhaling up dog. And then down dog. Left leg up on the sky. To the sky. Step up in between the hands. Warrior one. And some more tricep kickbacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll be feeling the burn by the end of today's class. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Another half series. Downward facing dog. Inhaling for plank. We can choose to kneel. Crocodile. Up dog. And down dog. Let's take a breath with each one of those movements as we move through. Right leg up to the sky, stepping up in between the feet or in between the hands. Let's drop the back foot, rising up for a warrior one, but then immediately opening up for warrior two. Good. So in warrior two, we have our arms out. Oh, that feels, let's hold that, working our shoulders. Good. Let's goal post the arms. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring the elbows towards each other. 1, 2. We can face the palms if we want. 3, 4, 5. Elbows stay at shoulders height. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Let's bring those down. Downward facing. Let's walk those heels out. And then shifting forward for our plank. Crocodile. Up dog. And down dog. Left leg up to the sky. Let's do that again on the other side. So back to warrior one, grabbing the weights. Lifting to warrior one, opening up to warrior two. Awesome. Same movement. Let's goal post the arms. And then we're going to bring the forearms towards each other, squeezing the pectorals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Half series, downward facing dog. For our plank, crocodile, up dog, and down dog. Starting to feel some heat in our body now. Beautiful. Let's walk those heels out. Let's take the right leg, bring it up to the sky, step up in between the hands, and then stepping up the back foot, coming into a pyramid pose. Keeping a deep bend in the front knee if we need to. Both sets of toes are facing forward. We're grabbing onto our weights. Let's bring the ribs down towards the front quad. Good. And then letting the hands drop in front. And we'll keep the elbows in close to our sides, and we're going to pull back as if we were rowing, but elbows are staying inside. So 1, 2, 3. You could easily do this with a band if you didn't have weights for some of these movements. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Drop it. Let's come back. Downward facing dog. Shifting forward for our plank. Crocodile. Up dog. And down dog. Left leg up to the sky on the inhale. Step up in between the hands. Stepping forward. Pyramid pose. Grabbing onto our weights. Let's do that again. Palms are facing in towards each other. Flat back. And let's pull back. Elbows stay into our sides. We bring the shoulder blades towards each other as if we were holding on to a small pencil with them. And then we release very slowly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Let's push back to down dog. And let's just hang out here for a few breaths. Choosing to come to a child's pose if we need to rest. Now let's step or jump up in between the hands for a forward fold. Awesome. Coming into an airplane pose, grabbing onto our weights, straight legs, micro bend in the knees, lifting up through the tailbone, and our torso is parallel to the ground. Let's bring our arms out to our sides as if we were ready for takeoff. And let's place the palms facing inwards this time, and we're going to pulse up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Let go. Drop the weights. Fingertips to the floor. Grabbing onto our weights again. Good. Back to our airplane position. This time we're keeping the arms out in front of us, weights in hand, palms together so we're knocking the weights. Keeping the elbows into our sides. On the inhale, let's lift up. Good for a fly. And then back in. Inhale 2. Exhale 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Let's drop. Downward facing dog. Choosing to stay here, child's pose, or if we want that extra work, let's come into our plank, crocodile, up dog. We can always add an extra push-up here if we want, and then into downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths. And stepping up or jumping in between the hands. Let's grab the weights. And a reverse swan dive. Come all the way up. Let's bring the weights with us. Palms together. And then lower to the heart. Good. We're going to keep the hands to the heart. I'll face the camera. Palms are facing together. We're knocking the weights. Good. Let's inhale, open. Elbows stay in. Exhale in. Inhale, exhale. As we bring them in, let's squeeze the pectorals towards each other. Beautiful. So let's bring the weights down to our sides. If we're standing to the top of our mats, let's take a wide stance. For standing straddle splits, toes are pointing forward. Keeping our weights in hand, hinging from our hips, slight bend in our knees. We're going to start hinging forward. Remember, we can always use a block here if we need to create some height. Otherwise, the weights are to the floor and our hands are on our weights. We're going to do a single-handed row. We're moving from side to side. So on the inhale, pull up, elbow stays to our sides. Exhale down. Inhale, other side. Exhale down. Let's do that again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Each count is 1 each side. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Standing and staying in our standing straddle splits, let's take the weights and reach behind us with them. Good. So palms are facing in, and we're just going to pulse up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bringing the weights back down. Awesome. Let's stay here with one arm. We're going to extend out to the right with the right arm, lifting up through the shoulder, arm extended. 1. And then other side. Inhaling. 2, 3. 1 count each side. 4. We'll go up to 20. 5, 6. Taking it easy, keeping control on the weight. If we find that we're losing our form, then we might want to drop the weights. What are we at here? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. One more, it's starting to burn. 19 and 20. Working with our breath. Let's let go of the weights. And then just do a nice chest expansion, reaching behind us without the weights. Let's interlace the fingers if we can. And then work the knuckles up towards the sky and let our heart sink down towards the earth. Releasing, fingertips to the floor. Let's bring the weights with us. We're going to step up to the top of our mats. Let's just hang out here in ragdoll. Take a few breaths. We can grab opposite elbows with our hands. And just take a little rest here. Not resting too long. Grabbing back onto our weight. Stepping back with the left foot. Preparing for our side angle pose. So adjusting our stance, lunging forward. Let's bringing our front forearm to our front thigh, and then resting the other arm and hand onto our hip for the moment. Taking care not to put too much weight into that front leg. Good. We're going to do a couple different movements here. First one, inhaling, we come up. 1, 2, keeping in line with our side body. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Coming up, switching sides. Let's just pivot the feet. Side angle on this side. In a side angle, aligning heel to heel, bringing forearm to the front, positioning our right arm in line with our hip. Good. On the inhale, let's lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Let's pivot back up, step up to the top of our mats, keeping our weights in hand, preparing for a balancing pose. Moving into tree pose, holding on to our weights, taking the left foot. We can come to the ankle, to the inner shin, always avoiding the knee. We can also bring the foot to the inside of our thigh. Good. Once we find our balance, let's take our weights, and we're going to work out on some hammer curls. So keeping our elbows to our sides always, and then coming up, both at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Bringing that down, switching sides, other leg. So placing the foot wherever works best for us. Because we're using the weights, we may have a little bit less balance. So we choose what works best. And if we fall out of it, we just choose to come back in. All right, this time goal posting the arms. On the inhale, coming up, let's knock the weights. 1, lowering to shoulder. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Feeling the burn. Let's let that drop. And then take the leg out as well. Shake it out. Beautiful. All right, coming to the top of our mats. Forward fold. Fingertips to the floor. Dropping to our knees. And then crossing at the ankles and coming to seated. We're going to grab onto our weights, placing the soles of the feet to the mat in front of us. And we have a few options here. We're going to work in boat pose, and we're going to row with our boat pose. So we can start just with the soles of the feet to the ground, bring the weights out in front of us, and then come up and row back. Up, row back. Up, row back. Okay, so this is one way. If we want to choose to take it a little bit further, we can take the feet off the ground and row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dropping the legs anytime we want. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Let's grab around the knees. Bring the head to the knees. And just rest for a few seconds. Taking a few breaths. Let's grab behind the knees. Bringing the weights with us to our sides. Dropping back onto our backs. Soles of the feet to the ground. Placing the weights in our hands. 90-degree angle with our legs. Good. Bringing the weights out to our sides. And we're going to bicycle, so bringing the right toes out, left knee in. We're going to come in with our weight in towards the left knee. Coming down, we're going to switch sides. Okay, so 1. So we basically just holding on to the weight. It gives us a little bit more to lift up as we're bringing that shoulder in towards the opposite knee, working our abs. Good. If this is too much, If we haven't worked our way up to this yet, let's drop the weights. 2 more. Good. Bringing the knees into our chest, grabbing behind the knees, dropping the weights, gently rocking side to side. Rolling onto our side, bringing ourselves back up to a seated position. And the weights are coming with us. Just a few more. This time, coming into a side plank. We can choose to do a side forearm plank or a full plank, our choice. Okay? So I'll opt for the side forearm plank for today, since we've already worked out the shoulders quite a bit. Lifting the hips off the ground. Beautiful. Let's take one weight to our side. All right. So we're just going to lift. 1, 2, we're going to 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those shoulders are going to be gorgeous if you keep doing this workout several times a week. Coming over onto the other side, choosing side plank, full plank. If we want a little bit of extra support here, we can also bring the foot out in front of us for added strength. Okay, instead of stacking the feet, let's bring the weight to our hip and then inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. So, I wasn't sure if you could still hear me there, but I do see that it's working. Woo! That is an amazing workout. All right. We're not done with our planks. We're going to come into a regular plank. We can do this kneeling if we want to, or choosing full plank, our choice. Okay, so let's go with lifting up the right arm with a row. 1, and then other arm. 2, keeping the hips as squared as we can. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! Beautiful. Pushing back into child's pose. Let's give it a rest with the weights. Stacking the fists if we need to. Catching our breath. Bringing our attention back to the breath. Even though this is a physical yoga practice with weights, still keeping our intention and attention at the forefront of our mind and our hearts. Crossing at the ankles, bringing ourselves to seated. We've done tons of work with our shoulders today. Let's stretch them out. Moving into cow face pose, taking the right arm. Let's bring it behind us. The elbow is somewhere around our head. Letting the hand drop behind, taking the left hand, reaching behind, and clasping the fingers if we can. Otherwise, we can use a strap or simply work the fingertips towards each other. Our heart center is facing forward. Our gaze is forward. Just breathing through this stretch. On the next exhale, releasing and switching sides. There's a chance when we're doing cow face pose that we can reach better on one side than the other. Not every side of our body is the same as far as flexibility or strength, and that's why we always do both left and right side the same in yoga, working towards balance in our body. And releasing. Very good. Reaching behind us as if we were holding onto a large beach ball, or if we can, interlacing the fingers. Bringing the shoulders back and down. If it's available to us, hinging from our hips, leading through the heart, hinging forward, bringing the knuckles up. And releasing, fingertips to our knees, pushing ourselves up, reaching out in front and across our body with the right arm, taking the left hand, grabbing just above the elbow and tugging slightly. Just working on stretching out those shoulders. And switching sides. Releasing, coming into a seated spinal twist. Extending the left leg, taking the right foot to either the inside of our leg, or if we wish, to the outside. If we want a deeper twist, inhaling, arms up to the sky. Exhaling, twisting towards the right. Placing fingertips just gently behind us, twisting from the belly button, working all the way up. We want a deeper twist, taking that left arm, left elbow, placing it to the outside of the right quad, and bringing the hands into prayer, pressing hands into each other. And releasing, we twist, starting from the belly button, coming all the way up, and switching sides. Choosing our favorite spot for our seated spinal twist. And that is different for everyone. Perhaps we're starting with the hand around the knee, and then as we inhale and exhale and twist some more, maybe we're coming into our deeper twist. I guess I should come over to the other side. On our next exhale, coming back to center. Both soles of the feet to the ground. Crossing at the ankles. I invite you to come into final Shavasana if you wish, for final relaxation in this practice. And I'll end the class here today, bringing my hands to my heart center and bowing to you. Namaste. Thank you so much in sharing in today's really physical practice, allowing us to bring our mind and body in tune with each other through physical exercise. Namaste. Have an absolutely amazing day. My name is Kay Petrie, and this is my yoga playground.